There are a large number of errors that can happen, and your website going offline is only one of them. In this video, we're going to focus on another error that can be quite detrimental to your SEO performance. 404 not found errors. This error relates to findability. Quite literally, Google and people cannot find a page they wanted to find on your website. A 404 error means that the page a person or a robot was looking for on your website could not be located. This could happen because you changed the URL address, or maybe you removed the file from your website. It could also be that somebody linking to you from their website typed the link or copied the link wrong, and that link with the typo is now sending people to a 404 not found error on your website. So why does this matter for SEO? Well, a couple of reasons. First, Google found a link to a page. They wanted to crawl it, but now Google cannot do so. If that page was already in Google's index, it will likely be removed from Google's index, which means you will lose rankings associated with that page, along with any traffic that came from those rankings. Just in the last week, I've actually seen 2 different clients lose search traffic for this very reason. They changed the URLs to pages on their site, and by doing so, caused 404 not found errors to happen. Those 404 errors were detected by Google, and now those pages have fallen out of Google's index. In one case, that cost the client a great deal of traffic. Second, Google won't count links on external sites pointing to your website that are broken. Why does that matter? Well, links on external websites pointing to your website can help you earn rankings. There's a lot of factors to links, and we're not going to go into all of those. The technical SEO consideration here is that external links to broken pages on your website will be ignored, and those won't help your rankings. In fact, there have been some sites we've helped where just by fixing 404 errors, we were able to boost rankings in Google, and as a result, boost traffic from Google. Seriously, don't neglect this issue. It can often be an easy SEO benefit. So how do you check for 404 errors? How do you find the errors that are causing problems? Well, for starters, you can use a crawl tool like SiteLiner that will crawl through your site. This can be really helpful to find broken links along with other issues that are happening. However, here's the catch. Crawl tools like SiteLiner only look at links on your website. They ignore links from other websites that are pointing to broken pages on your site. Crawl tools also ignore broken links that might be found on social networks. In fact, a study I did found that crawl tools miss out on nearly 80% of broken links. Now that doesn't mean don't use a crawl tool, but it means that if you do use a crawl tool, know that you're not getting back a full list of every possible 404 error. Google Search Console also reports on 404 errors. When you're in Search Console, go to Crawl, then Crawl Errors. There's a tab there for not found errors that you can click on. Now, this is a different way to look at 404 errors from crawl tools. These are not all the errors on your website either. Some of these are broken links on your site, similar to what a crawl tool might find, and some of these are broken links from other pages on the web that Google found. Those are ones that really are going to affect your search rankings. But keep in mind, there are other 404 errors that Google can't find, like bookmarks, links in emails, and even some social links. Bing Webmaster Tools also provides a 404 error report under Reports and Data, then Crawl Information. Like Google Search Console, this report gives you a broader sense of what broken links are being found than what a crawl tool will provide. But Bing, like Google, can also miss errors, like bookmarks, links in emails, some social links, etc. Springtracks is a monitoring tool to find 404 errors visitors encounter from any source. It's really the most comprehensive tool to see what 404 errors might be affecting your visitors. That includes visitors from search. The errors impacting your visitors tend to be the most important 404 errors to fix. Springtracks, in particular, is helpful for bigger sites, and as a paid tool, it's a worthwhile investment for sites that have an economic impact on your business, like an e-commerce site or a site you depend on to generate leads. What we suggest is that you use all the 404 error tools mentioned. Google and Bing will find errors from around the web. Crawl tools will find errors on your site. Springtracks will find errors affecting your visitors. Taking all of these, prioritizing based on what's affecting your visitors the most, then get with your dev team to really fix those 404 errors. We'd suggest you check Google and Bing at least once a month. If you run an e-commerce site or a bigger site where a paid tool like Springtracks makes sense, then we'd suggest you check that weekly or maybe even daily. It can be helpful to run a crawl tool along with major site changes or site-wide cleanup efforts as well. Making sure that you identify and resolve 404 errors is important to your technical SEO, as is your XML sitemap. Join us for our next video where we're going to discuss XML sitemaps and talk about their influence on your SEO efforts.